Growing up in the church, my father was a pastor, and quite honestly, the last thing that I ever wanted to do was lead a church. I didn't feel like I met the standards. This holy God, how could I really serve him well? I think the biggest change for me was just my growth in the gospel and understanding that God's grace was really enough. The real big moment where I was like, I'm called to this and I need to step into this is when my father died. You know, I just felt this really deep need to carry on that mission. And it was at a Vision Week. I hear Pastor Chris Basilici from the stage say, hey, we want to double the amount of disciples in Broward County, and we want to do that by planting churches. If you feel called to plant a church, please come and speak to me after service. And I was like, okay, God, that's amazing, right? There was a process which Calvary kind of took us through.
We moved to Pembroke Pines about 2 years ago.
We started looking around us to see who were the people that God had put in our life.
And starting inviting people.
We started out in our backyard. We would have, 30, 40 cars parked outside.
We also did women's Bible study Sunday afternoon. And a lot of new ladies from Pembroke Pines. I'm so excited of having a church in Pembroke Pines because I've been building relationships for 2 years. And now I'm gonna tell them there's a church around the corner.
I would love to see our city transformed. I want to move the needle forward, right?
You could just feel a sense of God's love in this community that God has put around us, where we're all wanting to see God move and seeing God move. We connected with an organization called Children's Harbor, which serves at-risk youth in our city. We get to play with them and talk about Jesus.
Thank you so much for those that serve with Children's Harbor. Seeing those kids come out and worship in whatever capacity, it moved my heart. To just see already fruit to what we're doing. And I want to make baptism available to some of these kids that have made professions of faith in Jesus Christ.
What I'm excited about is just God moving in Pembroke Pines and the people that are here that are waiting to hear the message of the gospel and the good news. Because what moves me to all of this is knowing that if God could save someone like me, then there's no one that's beyond his reach.
Calvary Chapel,